Oh. 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 Hey y'all, this is future editing Candice coming at you with a voiceover. She's feeling good. Oh, that's bright. It's a beautiful, beautiful day out. We're getting a little snack to take along with us to the farmer's market. Nothing fancy, just to get our protein in, and we are off. Okay, that was a really, really quick intro. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome. My name's Candice, and this is a regular Sunday? Not really. I don't really find that much time to go to the farmer's market. In fact, I haven't been to this one in about 2 years now. It was a really, really nice day. I was feeling energized and I thought, on a nice walk, the sun is shining, the vibes are good, people are out and about. We are approaching the end of winter over here, so things are picking up in terms of temperature, so it's getting a little bit warmer. And oh, lovers are out. Lovers are out for spring. I love this market because even though it is a little bit more targeted towards touristy crowd, there are a lot of local makers, from distilleries to wood makers, by lovers that actually put their stuff out there. And there is a certain charm to walking around and seeing all these different booths with their different personalities and people just chilling out, taking their time. I had to go and look at the dang pastries. And yes, I get distracted by trees a lot. I really had to rein myself in back from there. I was pretty much ready to just go film trees. But it was really nice to just walk around. It was quite nice to see a lot of people go about their business through a lens, and I guess it's kind of that thing where, you know, if you've started learning photography, you'd probably be able to relate to this, or if you've picked up any new form of media and you start looking at things again through another lens, it just changes how you look at things. So for example, when I first started learning how to use camera, I would take photos of everything. I would take photos. I would have like 200 photos of the same glass. And it wouldn't even have anything in it. It would just be a glass on a table with light coming through it. And I would have 200 photos of that on my SD card. And I would have it at different angles. And I wouldn't even touch the glass. I would just go at it different angles, playing around with my exposure, with my aperture, all that sort of good stuff. And I would have the time of my life. Like with this whole farmers market thing, it was a little bit of a sensory overload, but it was really nice at the same time, because it kind of, number one, I hadn't been there in ages, so it was something that I kind of missed, and then it was also something that, and I got to experience it all again for the first time through filming it, and I thought it was just really, did that kid just get beaten up? Yeah, it was just really nice. It was really nice to... Those are some tiny ass yams. Okay. Those are really, really cute yams. It was really, really nice to experience everything almost as though it was for the first time again, with everyone just doing their thing, being out and about in the sun. I read this thing previously about the lines on certain patterns confusing the visuals on our like cameras and stuff. So like you would see here, like with the bee opal shop, like there are like these striations running through, and I thought it was kind of funny, and I wanted to get up close to see, to really test my camera, but then I didn't want to end up talking to a bee and buying opal, so I just backed off a little. I went to a meringue bar. I wanted to get some meringues, but I ended up getting really distracted by these little guys. Like, what are they? What actually are they? But yeah, all sorts of quirky, nice little home businesses all around, and it was nice. It was also good to just smell the scent of food, like freshly cooked food wafting up, and it's not like takeouty type kind of things. Like all these things are freshly made. I tried to be fancy and like go around and capture all these different colors and textures, and then I realized with farmers markets always selling produce that's in season, that kind of means all the veg you see in every stall is the same. Something else really nice that I chanced upon was this booth by Pigeonhole Bakers. I really enjoy all sorts of yeasty treats that come out of their kitchen. A very kind man was nice enough to walk me through the cookie flavors. I also ended up splurging on something a little bit larger. I retreated to a bench and I thought of being fancy, and oh my lord. Oh, okay. That's a lot of lighting difficulties. I thought of getting a nice cute little shot of me, you know, putting a thing in my bag, and you see what happens. You see what happens when you try and film yourself out in public, but you are alone. Being me, I ended up retreating indoors. I saw a sign that said I was welcome, so I went on in, and I did feel welcome when I saw all that chocolate. I also felt very welcome when I saw the bread, but then I was getting the side eye from the cashier quite a lot, so I decided to excuse myself. Ended up walking around the street a little bit more, just in time to see the vendors packing up, and I decided to make a run for it. Hey! Hi! We just got back from the farmer's market. It was so fun. It's been a while since I've been to this one. I think I just missed being out and about. I think the last time I went to that farmer's market was before the pandemic, which meant, geez, like mid-2019 probably. Even though there are still restrictions in place, it was just so nice to be able to be in that space and soak up some nice positive vibes and energy and just let it all sink in. It was so good. Plus the weather was really nice, and I'm sure you guys would have seen the sun was just, it was like liquid honey pouring all over us. I did decide to splurge a little, even though I already have bread for the week. I got more bread! I'm really excited. So, oh! First off, these double chocolate cookies. This one's made of spelt flour. I wanted to give this to Gina just because she's been amazing. That's that one. I had to get some for myself too. These are chocolate oat cookies, and they don't have spelt in them, but they do have oats, flour, sugar, butter, eggs, white chocolate, apricot, rosemary, and baking powder. So these will be pretty interesting. This is probably the first time I'm actually getting to use the bread knife since moving into this apartment, so I'm really excited. Oh! Look at her! I'm just creeping on this loaf now and just meet the new love of my life. Amazing. This is a apple and sultana sourdough loaf. Pretty much everything I love in a loaf of bread. There's heaps of cinnamon in there, so I'm told. You can see the sultanas and these giant chunks of apple just peeking through. Oh! Probably not going to be very hygienic if I offered Gina some after I've rubbed my nose all over it. I don't think I've ever used a chopping block this big before, but that's okay. Whoop! Look at that. Look at that. I know I will get too lazy to slice them, and the last thing I want to do is tear at it. Ugh! It's been out in the cold for a while, but I'm sure it'll be fine after getting toasted. Oh! Oh! Tell that it's chewy and it has that texture to it. I hope it doesn't get dry. I've pre-sliced it. I'm not gonna break out the board every single time I want to slice, and it's just gonna be too much of a hassle. I hope it doesn't hurt my bread. It's usually fine if I do it with other types of loaves and then heat it up. Kind of gets nice and soft again. Oh, we lost one. Gonna play it safe this time round. Have some sliced first, and if it tastes okay, I'll slice the rest. This baby. I'm so happy with this. But anyways, thank you so much for coming along with me to the market. It was such a nice time. Vlogging in public is something that's taking a little bit of practice, but I think we are getting there. Have an awesome day wherever you are, and I will see you guys soon.